Welcome to the 100th subscriber special. I'd like to say a special thanks to every single one of you that has bothered to subscribe. We're now up to 100 subscribers, which I'm quite impressed about. Although we're a small channel, it started on the 17th of May 2025. At the time of talking, it's the 4th of October, so that's not bad. We're getting roughly 1,000 views a day on the shorts. The long form videos like this fall a little bit further behind. Apparently that's down to the fact that YouTube now doesn't count any views that by people that have an ad blocker running. I have an ad blocker running, because why wouldn't you in this day and age? So a few simple questions that people are quite curious about. First one, do I mime when I'm doing the videos and the shorts? No. What happens in my workflow is it goes straight into my Polar interface. I have a guitar cable that goes from that. It goes round the back of my chair here. Normally when I'm holding the guitar, it'll come on that side. The reason for that is I don't like having loads of wires dangling everywhere when I'm on video. It keeps it nice and tidy. It then goes straight into Reaper. And what I do is very, very simple. I have the backing track there. Sometimes I'll split it up into different tracks. It might be the big double bass, some piano, some drums, whatever, right? Then I will do 1, 2, 3 takes. Normally doesn't go above 3 unless it's a really hard song. And then I'll simply pick the best take. I think there's a handful of occasions where I've flubbed a note and I've simply substituted the second half of the video from another take, but that's very rare. So that's my workflow. And tone-wise, my guitar has, I'm normally on the neck pickup. My tone is set currently about 3 on the neck pickup. The only time you'll see me use the middle position is if I've accidentally hit it with my hand and I haven't realised. Plectrums wise, these days I'm going between 2, and I have the leather one and the compressed felt, depending on what sort of tone I'm after. If I'm doing Wes Montgomery stuff, it'll be the felt one. If I'm doing something that needs a bit of bite, like some gypsy jazz style stuff or things like that, then I'll use the leather one, right? It's as simple as that. And if you want to know the difference between those plectrums, there'll be a video link appearing stored up here right now, providing I remember to put it in, and it shows you the difference between these different plectrum types. It can really change your tone. So people sort of ask why I set this up. Well, it was quite simple. I could have just noodled away and learnt loads of jazz tunes, but I know what I'm like, and I'm great at procrastinating, and I keep putting things off. So the easiest way was to give myself and force myself into a routine. So it's now I've had a short up every day for about 80 days solid. I try to get a video up at least once a week, and long form videos as well. Another question, do you have a Patreon? No, I do not have a Patreon. I've not had one at all. I'm not going to say never. We'll see what happens, but I think that would be a year or two down the line before I even thought about it. Unless anybody particularly wants to throw money at me, right? It's hard doing jazz channels, I'll tell you why. And if you're watching this, you're probably a fan of jazz. A lot of people hate jazz. A lot of people. And if you ask lots of people what their favourite type of music is, you'll normally get answers, oh, I like rock, or I like metal, or oh, I like a bit of all sorts. Apart from rap and jazz. They're the two things that people normally say, right? They can't stand rap and they can't stand jazz. But similar to rap music, there's good rap and bad rap. There's good jazz and bad jazz. And what's good and bad depends on the person and what you particularly like. How long have I been playing? Since the age of 6. I'm 54 now, so that's 48 years. But I have to give a caveat that there was about 10 years where I didn't do a lot of playing. And when I did, I was just playing the same tunes over and over and over and over again. And again, I did years in cover bands. Again, the same stuff over and over and over again. That's basically the size of it. What's for the future of the channel? You'll see more tutorials. Part of that is because it's quite difficult to do the tutorials. You'll notice I don't use tabulation very often. That's because I'm pretty shit at writing tablature out. And I find it much easier to put a guitar neck at the bottom of the screen with, this is where the fingers are going to go. Because it does two things. One, you then see the shape on the guitar neck, the pattern, the picture, right? And 2, it gets you used to picking out which notes are where, right? Which order are they in? That's really important. Theory has its place, and I'm a big believer that theory is great, but don't let it overtake your playing, and make sure it's got soul. So, as I say, priority 1, get the channel monetized, probably take 2 or 3 years. Keep putting the videos out until I finish the Jazz Challenge. At the current time, I am 12 songs in. which is about a fifth, just more than a fifth of the way through. So that's not too bad, nearly a quarter. I reckon I should have that done with any luck by middle of next year, middle of 2026. We'll see if I'm right on that one. Some of the tunes at the end are going to be very, very difficult because stuff that I've got to do, like Giant Steps. We all know Giant Steps is a hard tune. And there's no good putting just the intro up or a ropey solo. It's got to be good if I do it. There'll be a lot more tutorials, and a lot of them are going to start in an order of small things that will start to come together the further in we get. And it should be able to show you how to be a good jazz guitarist. In fact, there's a video that will be linked up here again that shows you a very simple way of playing over any chord without using scales. And you'll find that used a lot in jazz. It's not the only way, there are many other ways, and I'll be covering them all eventually. So yeah, I'm Wayne Robson. Why don't you watch one of the videos that will be appearing round about this area here right now. One will be the playlist for the Jazz Hat Challenge of all the songs I've played. The other one will probably be one of the tutorials. So I will see you next time, and I'm Wayne Robson, and bye-bye.